Yeah, it should be back right
Our
now.
stream went off.
So DJ has a dog Bob that when we have technical difficulties, we always blame it on his dog there. So we always say Hooli kicked the cable or something.
All right, yeah, we should be back right now. All right, it's live. Yeah, see, that's what had happened earlier. I'm not sure. Leave it to, yeah, leave it to have Bob on for this to happen for the first time.
Right.
Just our
Well,
luck.
leave it to the dog. Leave it to the dog to get
The
things going.
dog did it, Bob. Hooli kicked the cable again.
There we go. We should be back. Let's see. All right. Sorry about that, everybody. Having some technical difficulties over here.
Whoops.
We're back. I had
Hooli kicked the cable.
Yeah, she disconnected it. Of course, on our, like we said on our Big Bob Miller episode. Of course. I actually had a question for you, Bob. We had you were mentioning earlier, obviously, about Wayne Gretzky. You covered, a big part of Wayne's career, not only in Edmonton but when he came to LA as well. What can you tell me about, a memorable moment covering Gretzky that has always stuck out for you? Maybe your personal favorite.
Well, I think it was the night that he passed Gordie Howe as the all-time leading scorer in the history of the game. We knew it was going to happen. Happened early in that season in '89, and so again, somebody called me in August and said, "What are you going to say when Wayne breaks that record?" I thought, "Well, I'm going to do the play-by-play and hope I get it right." "Well, aren't you going to say something else?" So I thought, well, maybe I better say something else. So I'd be sitting by the pool writing down all my ideas of what am I going to say when Wayne breaks Gordie Howe's record. And so I wrote something down, and he didn't do it the night before. I think we played in Vancouver the night before, flew to Edmonton, and it was just so fitting that with all the success and championships he won in Edmonton, that this was the night he was going to break Gordie Howe's record, or so we thought. And the game went down to the last, I think, 53 seconds to go, and the Kings were down by a goal. And when the game started, Nick Nixon was my partner, and I said, "Nick, every time Wayne is on the ice, you point, just in case I don't see him jump over the boards and come on." I didn't want to be surprised by it. And every time he's off the ice, you just give me the signal that he's now back on the bench. So I did that the whole game. Wayne's on the ice. Now Wayne's on the bench. And when I got home, fans said, "That was great," because you'd say Wayne's on the ice and we'd all be right in front of the TV.
Anticipating.
Wayne's on the bench, we'd all relax. And so we're right down to 53 seconds to go. And the Kings, the faceoff is in the Oilers zone. And Kevin Lowe tries to clear it. And the Kings defenseman, Steve Duchesne, jumps up, knocks the puck down at the blue line, gets it to Taylor. Taylor slides it over to Gretzky, and he scores. And that tied the game. And he became the greatest scorer in the history of the game. And Gordie Howe was there. John Ziegler was president of the NHL at that time. He was there. Wayne's mom and dad. Janet was there, Wayne's wife.
Right.
And they stopped the game with the score tied, stop it for about 10, 12 minutes so they can have this ceremony. And Ziegler speaks, and Gordie Howe spoke, and Wayne spoke, and then they get ready to start the overtime. And in overtime, Gretzky gets the puck behind the net, comes around and scores the game-winning goal. I've told people, you couldn't write a Hollywood script and have people believe that it would happen that way. But that's the way things happen for him. And then the night that he became the greatest goal scorer in the history of the game, 802, I was so glad that that was at the Forum, and Kings fans got to see that in person. And it was against Vancouver, and a pass McSorley to Robitaille, and Robitaille over to Gretzky. And the goaltender, Kirk McLean of Vancouver, was so far out of the net. I mean, it was a wide open net for Gretzky. And that was a great celebration that night too. So those are those were great moments. Yeah.
Was there anybody other than Gretzky that you remember that stuck out from your career as far as like players who you just genuinely enjoyed those games? You were looking forward to broadcasting, their game.
Yeah, when the Triple Crown line played for the Kings, Dion, Taylor, and Simmer, they were so exciting to watch. Highest scoring line in the league. And I said to people, every time they'd come down the ice, you could anticipate somebody might score. They were so much fun to watch, and they were great guys to get along with, all three of them. And so those were highlights
They did.
And then from a play-by-play standpoint, if you had a double number on your back, they had a dark charcoal stripe coming right through the number on the back of the jersey. And you could hardly read it. The other jersey that was worse was when the Kings had a jersey, silver numbers on a white jersey.
I remember those, yeah. Early, late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, visitors would scream about that. You can't even see the numbers. And Rogie Vachon was general manager then, and he called me in his office. He said, "Did you see our new jerseys?" I said, "No." He said, "Here they are." And he held one up to me, and he said, "What do you think?" I said, "Well, are we going to be able to see that?" He said, "Well, can't you see it?" I said, "Well, I'm only 8 feet away from you, not 200 feet away from you."
Right, I agree with you guys on that one.
And the visitors would come in and say, "Oh, those are the worst." And I kind of blame the league for that. The league should have a little more control over what your colors are and are they visible to to fans in the stands and to announcers and everything. Because some of them were really tough to read.
Yeah, it's funny you say that too, because it's not only the broadcasters who, are suffering to read it, but it's the fans in the stands, especially up top, who trying to read numbers, and guys are skating fast the way it is, so it's hard to pick that kind of stuff up.
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So
You
yeah,
got a question, man.
in case anybody missed it, because they had cut off real quick, Bob was referring to the famous Burger King jerseys of the '90s. They had came back into this midway through.
I was the one who asked the question,
And Bob doesn't like the Burger King jerseys.
no secret, he does not
Just to
like
summarize it.
Just to
he does
summarize.
not like those. Yeah, we have a couple of people on the YouTube chat, Bob, who are big Burger King jersey fanatics, like our buddy Steve Raboyne here. In fact, I think he started a Burger King jersey Facebook page or something. And yeah, they have meetups and everything they have Burger King jersey nights.
There's a home game each season where like the guys up in the 300 section around 304, 305, 306. If you own a Burger King jersey, they all show up for one day in unison in this huge group picture. And
they're all mad at me now. I'm glad you said what sections they're in, so I'll never go there.
I'm so sorry. Those are some good people out there, and they're like now mad at me. Like the next time we're able to go to games, they're gonna be like, "Thanks a lot, Christian."
Or they're gonna try to recruit Bob now. He has to go up there in a Burger King jersey now.
I'll get along with them all right.
Yeah, I'm sure they love you.
Win the Academy Award this year, I'd always say, "Oh, Dumb and Dumber for sure," and they'd laugh. And, "Oh, what are you talking about?" And I'd always kind of use that as one that would shock them when I said, "I think it'll be Dumb and Dumber." But I watched that. It's like Slapshot and some of those other movies that they just never go away. You can watch it and laugh every time you see it. So
I wholeheartedly agree with that.
Yeah.
Also,
really,
solid cameo appearance by Cam Neely in that film too.
Yeah. What was his name? He's in the restaurant, right?
Seabass.
Seabass.
Yeah. Seabass.
Whoop his butt, Seabass.
They stick him with the check and everything. Yeah, that was good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Solid.
It keeps disconnecting. Well, I wanted to thank you, Bob, for being our guest today. It means a whole lot to us. Like lifelong Kings fans, so obviously you're a big deal to us. So I wanted to thank you for spending this evening with us, coming on the podcast, letting us know some stories, maybe some stuff I learned a lot today. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of good stuff. I got a lot of good stuff.
I'm gonna watch Dumb and Dumber after this. Actually,
It's a classic.
Well, thanks, guys. It was my pleasure to be with you and recap all those incidents and some of those stories. And I never get tired of doing that. So it was great to be with you and all the fans that are out there. Hope I didn't get anybody too upset, but I'll see you hopefully at Staples Center when we can all get back together in person.
yes, can't wait, Bob.
We can't wait. Can't
The
come
ambassador
fast
of the
enough.
Kings, everybody. The ambassador of the Kings, Bob Miller.
Bob, I'll see you in section 114 next time.
Okay. All right. You won't see me in 304 or 5 or 6.
Thank you, Bob. Have a good night.
Okay, guys. You too. Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
Bob.
Take it
Thank
easy,
you.
Mr. Miller.
Bye-bye.
Oh man.
All right, that was fun. Little technical.
I'm definitely pissed off the 300 sections now. I'm definitely pissed off.
I mean, shout out to the 300 sections regardless, because honestly, everybody knows sections 304, 305, 306 are the best sections at Staples Center. This is just a fact.
Indeed.
So we had some technical difficulties out there.
Yeah, I can't believe that, dude.
I wonder who could-
Every
I
single
wonder
we
who
do
could-
all these podcasts all the time. We have all these cool guests on. Everything goes on smooth. One time we
It's-
get Bob Miller on the episode, and we're getting like I'm not sure if we're having some.
Here's your IT professional input on that. There's a lot of wildfires going on in California, so Spectrum, a lot of cable providers are bouncing internets right now. So there's a lot of outage, especially with Spectrum and a lot of internet providers out there. So
But they have Dodger baseball in section.
I mean, they could just do us a solid and not let us lose our
just
feed.
let the town let the town burn for our podcast.
Yeah, I'm just like let us
Just let it burn.
stream through.
Save the data center.
I mean, of course, it had to happen on the biggest one.
It's okay. I
Shout out.
recorded
Okay,
it, so
Bustos
I
is
am
now in
recording
here.
it, so.
Yeah, exactly. We'll put the fixed version. We'll edit out all that nonsense. Everybody who was there live, who left, had to come back in. Thank you guys for coming back in this chat. We appreciate it. Everybody in the chat room today, shout out to all you guys for
And
coming
if
through,
you guys
showing
missed
love.
If you guys missed it, Bob Miller hates the Burger King jersey, and he loves Dumb and Dumber. I think that's what parts are cut off.
Yeah, those the last questions at the end were you guys were still on the call. You guys were on the Zoom call with Bob, but the stream I think was cutting off those questions. So yeah, we had asked him about the Burger King jersey. We asked him about when you guys.
Name to pronounce.
Oh, is that what he said? I didn't
No,
know.
the hardest name to pronounce. I think they started cutting off there.
I didn't even get that one. And then I guess one of you guys found out that Bob loves the movie Dumb and Dumber, so we were asking him about that. So hopefully we'll put the edited version up here. But honestly, guys,
Some point.
I love Bob Miller. He was so cool.
I did too.
He was so cool. He still got it. I feel like he can still broadcast some games. Maybe we
Yeah,
can
and,
get.
and thank you for the fans out there asking questions on YouTube. We did try to ask as many as we can, and I think we got a good amount of them out of the way.
Oh, shout out to Tommy. Here he is now joining us. What happens is when we have a big guest, we usually like whoever gets the shortest straw kind of a thing, who's not in on the call. And unfortunately this time, Tommy and Bustos were here, but they weren't here. Maybe you guys were the reason that the.
Actually, Tommy had a lot to drink last night, so he forgot to what the plan was because he was celebrating the Rams win.
I also have enough.
Let's talk about this real quick. So, football returned yesterday.
Are you ready for some football?
All right, ask your question, Deej.
Okay, real quick off the bat, everybody raise your hand if your team is 1-0 in the NFL season. Real quick, let's see. 1, 2, got him. Got him. Oh, wait, Chris, what's going on, bro?
Defending NFC champions.
I hate you guys.
I didn't do
I
anything.
mean, technically, I could raise my hand because
No.
the Chargers did win.
No.
Then I'm saying I'm 2-0 then.
You only have one team, and that's all. You can't have two.
And Josh, you're 2-0 then.
No, you only have one team.
Not 2-0.
Josh,
I'm 1-0.
you have to prove it right now. Who is your team? You have to say it right now.
The Chargers are my team.
All right, that's all.
That's
all we need
it.
to know.
That's
all we
it.
need to know. That's it. No jumping.
I'm
That's
not
it.
going to hate the Rams, though, like you
You're
are.
a Charger.
But he's a Ram
You're a
sympathizer,
Charger.
so.
I only give the Rams crap because I want to piss Tommy off. Because it's fun pissing Tommy off virtually. He's not next to me.
Bustos just
do
has
that.
Bustos just has a jersey that says SoFi Stadium.
Same blue and gold. SoFi Stadium. Whoever plays.
Right.
Also, anybody who's currently watching want to check out these wonderful Bob Squad jerseys. We got them reprinted because
Jerseys for t-shirts.
shirts. I mean, not you know what I mean. T-shirts, Bob Squad shirts. We got them reprinted because obviously the legend himself was joining us. So check those out. Let's do our commercials really quick before we jump back into our sports talk. Shout out to Big Nick's Pizza, San Pedro, California. Check them out. Friends of the podcast, delicious pizzas, take out or delivery. I forget what it was. Like we had the spiel at one time, but
next time we're back in the studio.
Also, shout out to our friends at Rose Cremation Services in Bellflower, California. Big friends of the huge friends of the podcast. Complete cremations for $9.95. Check them out. Give them a call, 562-804-0404. And last but not least, I got to update this video, this little advert. But our website, hooligansports.net, 10% off your next order. Use promo code podcast and get 10% off. So
Or hear me out.
here we go.
I'm just saying, if you use the code word CDA at checkout, you get 20% off. 20%.
If you use code word RICO, you get 20% off, and you'll get a free game ticket to the Rams next week. I will buy you a Rams ticket
On the 50-yard
to the
line.
next home game. 50-yard line.
Next home game?
Next home game.
Next home game.
Wow.
I got you.
You know what though? I think the promo codes. I think only the teams that won, their promo code should work.
You're saying disable CDA for a week until week 2
Until we
starts?
get to win?
That's how they
Until
work.
we win.
Or you get charged double if you use that.
That's what I said. That's the Bustos
Why
code.
is this an $80 shirt?
Yeah, Bustos code is like a tax. It's like a 20% tax instead of 20%
And a
off.
delivery fee.
It's a profit. It's a profit code.
I think everyone that uses Bustos promo codes gets a pair of glasses also.
We'll get the sunglasses and we'll just pop the lenses out.
We get a pair of Hooligan sunglasses.
Yeah, and if you post your pics on the on social media, we highly appreciate it.
And we repost it.
And we
Don't
post.
post anyone else's.
As long as it's a public post, we'll repost it. Only Hooligan gear though. If you're posting another brand, someone else,
Oh yeah, we don't like you.
no, it's not gonna happen. Not gonna name names, but you guys know what I'm talking about. All right, moving on.
We're just gonna declare that person belongs to the streets.
Moving on. NFL week 1, big week.
Dun, 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 dun.
Lots of fun. Tommy, break it down for us.
How did everyone do on fantasy? I kicked butt in my league.
I think I'm winning by 1 point. When I won, well, I was up.
Do you have any players right now?
I just have Tennessee defense.
That's why you're watching the game. Really like.
Hey,
Yeah,
Corey,
I'm like Tommy must be watching something.
They almost had interception right now, dude. I was like, oh my god, this is what I need.
Are they
I
winning?
think I'm winning by 1 or I'm down by 1. So
they're tied.
I know, but yeah, boys, week 1 is almost in the books. We had some big shockers. I mean, if we're gonna talk about football, we had big shockers. The Washington football team got their first win in franchise history against the Philadelphia Eagles. I would have never guessed that.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Yes.
Washington.
Is that for real,
Washington.
Bustos? Or is that just under the name Washington Football Team?
Yeah, technically the Washington football team, but we all know what team that was. So
Okay.
Tommy's being sarcastic right now.
No. He said franchise. He didn't say under this new
No,
name.
they're not the same franchise.
No, shut your mouth. It's their
Well,
first.
they play the same franchise.
Shut
You just
your mouth.
don't have a nickname.
So really, oh damn.
He's
but
like, never mind.
I think let's talk about shut up, Lucas. We talk about the most important game.
The Rams.
The Rams beat those Cowgirls 20-17, and
to open up SoFi.
to open up $5 billion home of the Los Angeles Rams, and that's all.
And the renters, the Chargers.
The
We're
landlords.
the renters.
Shut up, Bustos. Rico, you could
We're the renters.
Rico, you can live there, Rico. It's okay for free too.
For
Rico
$1.
is analyzing the most meanest joke ever.
Yeah.
I just look at that face. Look at the look on Rico's face. He is ready to just unleash a wicked burn on the Rams. It's
For
not even
$1.
me. It's Rico.
For $1,
Rico's just
we're
so,
winning to
Rico's over here looking like, okay, Tommy, okay, okay,
Go
Tommy.
ahead, bring it on.
Is it gonna be about pass interference?
There's rules on YouTube. We can't say certain things.
Oh, I thought you were gonna make a pass interference reference or something.
The group chat is going to be.
No,
great
actually,
in the next
that was a
15
legit pass
minutes.
interference call at the end.
But
No.
He sold it, but it was pass interference. That was
he
legit.
oversold it. That's why people were mad. But
He
dude,
sold it. It was a legit call. I'm not denying that.
Mike McCarthy's play call.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
Mike McCarthy's play calling was bad.
That's what we said.
And I will admit, as a Chargers fan, they got lucky because to miss a chip kick like that, they should have lost that.
And the kicker got
How
hurt.
funny was it though when?
But I was happy as hell. Don't get me wrong.
He's like, "Oh my god, my leg hurts." Like,
Oh, yeah.
And your career's gonna hurt.
Someone that jumped in the locker room as soon as you walked in there.
That's so funny. Yeah, and like everybody was all upset about the Jalen Ramsey play at the end, but like we said, he did extend his arm. I could see it going either way. If it happened against the Rams, I'd probably be mad, but it didn't, so I'm whatever about it. I'm not gonna get all upset. But like we were saying, I think Tommy had mentioned it. We had a pre-meeting yesterday right after the game, so we were just like fresh off the game, and everybody forgets that Goff got hit in the head in the face mask while throwing an interception.
Yeah, and he had the ball in his hand still, and they hit him in the face, and that's when he released the ball. So it's just like, okay.
The call was missed, and the ref was right there. And
yeah, and that's what it comes down to. You can't leave the game up to the refs. Like,
and Dallas scored points on that turnover, right?
Yeah, it could have been. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that
I think so. The touchdown, but it could have easily been 2020 if either Zerline didn't miss that field goal, or if they never would have went on 4th and 2.
Which was stupid.
Also,
can I just point out how evil the Rams are for making the Cowboys wear those blue jerseys of doom?
No, okay, you know what that goes back to? In 2017, when the Cowboys made the Rams wear their blue uniforms with the white horns.
Oh, yeah.
Like, really? So?
Eye for an eye.
And yeah, it was the blue and gold tops with the
white.
Was it the yellow bottoms? It was like a weird mismatch, and then like the navy and white helmets. It was just like they had like 3 different styles going on at one time, and it might have been the ugliest combo I've ever seen them have, at least since I started watching.
It was ridiculous, but I mean, I like the way McVay was using all 3 running backs yesterday.
Yeah.
That was good. It was different. But
yes, got the fresh back out there.
Aaron Donald wrecked havoc on that offensive line of the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm telling you, as soon as he tossed Zeke,
dude.
I didn't see it, but I heard he murdered Ezekiel Elliott.
He made Zeke look like a ragdoll, dude.
Yeah, he ragdolled him.
I'd like to see that in the group chat later. I want to see that highlight. I've heard that he murdered a guy.
Aaron Donald is the best defensive player in the NFL, and he shows it every single game.
Bustos, you can stick around.
Unfortunately, he plays for the Rams.
You can stick around, Bustos. We'll allow it.
I mean, when you have 3 offensive linemen just focus on one person, that tells you a lot about that one person.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, but yeah, I mean, I'll take a week 1 win. Now we go to Philadelphia and focus on the team that kind of got embarrassed, winning 17-0 and lost 27-17
to the Washington football team.
Yeah,
and Washington's not supposed to be good this year too.
No, they're not. But I mean, every day, every dog has its day, and Washington did. So,
Bustos, how much did you win yesterday?
100 pesos.
A little bit, but I'm getting killed right now. Oh,
I got a question.
Oh,
Rico, your mic's really low, Rico.
Is it low?
Yeah.
Do you guys do our Charger fans have any input on the Chargers game, or you guys just want to leave it up to the Rams?
We want an ugly game. We want an ugly game.
They accidentally won on they accidentally won last night.
Yeah, no, they said Charger fans, Christian, not Rico.
Yeah,
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay, I got a question. I want to know what happened to Bustos' picks this weekend.
Oh yeah, Bustos.
Yeah, let's talk about that, Joshua.
A little too much time here in Palm Springs in the heat. Probably.
Oh yeah, for those who aren't aware, Bustos is currently in Palm Springs in the middle of the desert golfing, trying to golf at least, but it seems like he's spending a lot of time in the pool these days
and drinking.
So
He spends most of his pool time in the shallow end. Just FYI, everybody.
Yeah, I could just sit there and survive.
He doesn't sit there and stands.
we were trying to get him to do the episode from his balcony overlooking the pool, but the audio was just all messed up. But we were like, Bustos, be on location today
We should have done it in the pool.
with the virtual background of the pool.
I'm putting my mic on mute, but this is basically what I would have done if there was no music in the background.
He doesn't want to get us monetized. He doesn't want to get us copyrighted. Oh, that's nice. That's
wow,
just fancy.
Bustos.
Yeah.
Bustos are trying to get rid of us so he can go join that party.
Right.
There's a no pants party.
He's trying to flex on everybody.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to leave you guys now for that.
Are you going back in the pool, Bustos?
I mean, it's still 90 degrees. I could.
Not bad.
Hey,
Hey, what about the Clippers, though?
All right, let's Clippers.
Ooh, did I bring up?
Wow.
How about the Clippers?
So tomorrow's Game 7. It was a 3-1 lead. They were up. Now it's Game 7. What do you? All right, let's do this. Everybody call their shot. What's the final tomorrow?
Clippers win. If they lose this, it goes down as the greatest choke job in LA sports history.
I mean,
Nuggets by 10.
Nuggets win. I think the momentum's against them now. I think they're screwed up in the head, kind of like that San Jose series against the Kings. It's in their head now.
I honestly, as much as I want the Nuggets to win, I feel like the Clippers are going to pull it off. I just don't see Kawhi and George letting it slip this far. I hope it's the Nuggets, but my gut tells me Clippers are going to win.
I do too, but that would be awesome if they do collapse and fail.
And I'm mostly doing it for selfish Laker reasons as well.
Guys,
That's why you guys got to buy some
more
Hooligan.
shirts.
buy some shirts so we get better internet.
Yeah, help us out,
Dude,
guys.
right now, dude,
We're
it's
poverty.
a little bit of relief fund right now, dude.
Can we get a GoFundMe for our internet going? Can we just get we'll crowdsource this?
The Rona's got the interwebs. The Rona's.
I feel like it's someone telling us that this episode has to get wrapped up.
Let me talk to my bike buddies next door. We see if we could.
Yeah, exactly. Like, can I just plug into your router real quick? I gotta stream a podcast.
At least we got most of the Bob and Miller interview. It would have been bad if this was happening frequently during the interview.
It kind of started in the beginning, dude.
Yeah, it happened before during our pre-show. It happened the first time when we were.
It happened to me last week with Daryl Evans. That's why mine cut off. Remember, I cut off at the end.
And then you didn't play Call of Duty with us afterwards because you were like, my internet's all messed up.
It was all screwed up. I actually had to jump back on the Zoom with my phone as a hotspot, dude.
Man, well,
at least it's gonna. At least we somehow worked through these problems so far.
it sucks though because everybody in this live chat leaves and then we're stuck. We're keeps dropping significantly. Anybody watching right now, shout out for continuing to watch us. Got an announcement. Next week we'll be back. First time or announcing this, I think, with special guest Dave Joseph, PA announcer for the LA Kings. He'll be joining us live on the podcast. So shout out to the other DJ from this DJ.
I see what you did there.
So join us back next Monday, 8 p.m. Dave Joseph. Once again, thank you to everybody. We had a bunch of people asking questions and participating. And I mean, you guys are helping us make the show what it is. We want to continue growing the show. We want to continue getting nothing but the coolest guests. I was going to say nothing but the most illustrious guests, but I don't think anyone watches Jesus and Mero here. But anyways, we'll be back next week. Once again, thank you, everybody. Shout out to the boys. Shout out to Bob Miller. He was so awesome. I don't even know what to say. He was so cool. Yep. We were going to talk about the Dodgers. Nothing to talk about. They lost today, but we'll talk about them next week. We'll talk about them next week.
That's one of those things. I just glance at the score and I'm like, really, Dodgers?
Yeah, I was gonna have to post a win video too, and I forgot. And then I looked down and I saw the final, and I was just like, oh.
San Diego
I-
really is becoming quite the pain in the ass.
They really are. They really
Man.
are. It's going to be for the next couple of years too.
It was one of those things where, like, when I looked at the final score on the MLB at Bat app a moment ago, I'm just like, are you kidding? Really, San Diego? Can you not?
Can you not right now? Can you just
Why
not?
can't you just? I know you're going to be good. I know you're going to be good, but I need you to be a poverty franchise right now.
Let us win one
Stop
first.
that.
Sorry, Chris,
Stop
you
that.
can't have all the teams be poverty franchises.
Yes, I
until
can, Josh.
until
Yes, I
next
can.
week. Thanks for watching Hooligan Sports Podcast. Before our internet dies again. Bye, guys.
Support your local hooligans.